take flight, got a podcast that's lit. Keeping you up all night, voices in your ears, sharing laughter and fun. Bottom of the suggestion box, we're never done. Topics flying fast like sparks in the air. Tuning for the vibes, for the love everywhere. Bringing thoughts from the back, shining bright.
We are live. Welcome to my show.
Oh gosh, this is how this is going to go.
Yep, go ahead.
Welcome everybody to Bottom of the Suggestion Box. I am Kelsey, and I am the creator of all of the Bottom of the Suggestion Boxes. Not this person next to me.
You're not my creator.
But I'd like to welcome my guest today. So it is somebody who I consider someone who probably has dealt with the suggestion we're going to talk about today quite a bit, but he's one of my bestest friends. So if you are listening to this and your name is not Robert Clarke, then I'm sorry, you're not my bestest friend.
You're a piece of shit. Is this thing on?
I do love you, but not as much as him. But just joking. I actually probably love you a lot more. But this is Robert. Robert is here, and he owns No Limit Construction here in McHenry. And so welcome, Robert.
Thank you, Kelsey.
Yes.
Thank
Are you going to tell us a little bit about your business?
No, I'm not going to say much about anything because I get a little nervous. Boom. All right, go.
So Robert is a construction company here in McHenry County, and it is one that you definitely need to check out if you need some home repairs. But today we are here to talk about my suggestion today. So it's one that actually Kent Jones and I, the fearless leader of 216 The Net, and I talked about on the last podcast, and it just sparked, it was one that I'm like, I couldn't think of another topic to talk about because we've had some of you not sending in your suggestions. So if you have a suggestion to put in the bottom of my box,
I'm out.
I knew this was going to be a hard day to have him on my podcast.
And you say hard right after.
Everything ends up in a bad conversation. But so today, the suggestion that we pulled out of the box is, oh, sorry, I need to reschedule. And so it's actually pretty funny because Robert, his allergies were acting up today. And so he was going to blow me off and not give me any warning. And so I got really mad and was like, you better be here because we're literally talking about this topic right now. So thank you for not
That's exactly how it went down. You're welcome. So best friends do.
But so this is not something that happens weeks in advance. It's most of the time with no warning, no heads up. Honestly, it happens like 2 minutes before something you're doing. And I'm sure all of you have dealt with somebody coming in and asking to reschedule. And it is the most annoying thing under the moon for very many reasons. Also, too, like kind of in a pocket we'll talk about with this is like being on time as well. I definitely know that I can't say that I'm always on time. But
And welcome, Ken Jones. The big KJ's in the house.
It doesn't hurt so much here. But, I mean,
Like right here.
So let's talk about how things usually go. So this month's suggestion, sorry, I have to reschedule. Client books a time, you block it off, you turn down other work, you prep, you schedule, you do all these things to make this happen, and then something happens, and then without warning, it's a reschedule. And the people on the other end are more than often than not like, oh, it's not the end of the world, or it's okay, right? And like, obviously, customer service, I hate saying this, but you know, it's always the stigmatism that the customer is always right. So half the time you try not to make a big deal of it, but it's like, it really is a big deal, right?
It is. Like you said earlier, time is money. I mean,
Yeah.
it is of super importance. And jumping right into it is something that I have been guilty of in the past as well. You don't always think about other people and what situation they're in. I was notorious in the beginning where, it's volunteer work. Like, I'm volunteering. Do they really need me? And there's been times where I've just kind of like blown shit off because for whatever reason, I get too busy. Life happens. But, looking back and having it done to me, it fucking sucks.
Yeah.
Frickin' sucks.
It's okay. But it is so true. And obviously we're all guilty of this. So it's a suggestion that I think that even as the host, I can relate to in a lot of ways. I mean, some days I've missed an alarm and shown up late, or it's very rare I've ever truly canceled. I've probably been not on time over a cancellation, but I mean, things do come up, but honestly, without warning, or just in the way that's just not respectful, I'm sorry, but I think a cancellation fee is very appropriate. So if you're listening
Absolutely.
to this and you're a business and you're not having a cancellation fee, you should really have one, because really, like, we'll go dive deep into some of the situations that we've dealt with, but like some of the times it's like blatant disrespect, and you can totally tell that it's like not something that was just a one-off. That, especially a lot of the times, it's if the client is someone you know and you're like, I already know how this person is, you can already prejudge, right? You could be like, I already know they're going to blow me off. I already know it.
Right.
Or if they've been a client in the past and you've dealt with this, you're going to come across that, right? And for you, obviously, in the construction business, this is a big thing, right? You have crew, material, timelines, permits, weather, like windows of opportunities that you have to do stuff, right? And so if
Right.
it's a day that the weather's good and someone's like, well, I'm sorry, we need to reschedule because my stomach hurts, like, then leave. Go somewhere else and take care of that somewhere else. We need to get the job done, right?
Well, and what sucks on my end, maybe a different aspect than yours, my guys get paid for the day.
Yeah.
You cancel on me, that's a whole crew that's gotta be paid. I mean, I can't. Hey, sorry guys.
Yeah.
This guy just had a
Whoops.
stomach ache or whatever.
Yeah.
Whatever it might be.
Yeah. I had a situation where I had a client come in and we did a photo shoot with them, and they just were not happy with the headshot we took, which, okay, whatever. No one likes the way they look, so I fully expected that one to come out of this person's mouth. Now, the problem though was that the what they didn't like was their own face. Honestly, and so they wanted to
I've been there.
they wanted to reschedule the photo shoot. So, and they didn't want to have to pay for the next time. And in my eyes, I'm sorry, like, and I think I talked about this on the first podcast, actually, because this is my one thing that just, like, this story irks me. But they did not like it. And I'm like, this is not my fault, right? Like, this is me, this is a you thing. But anyway, they ended up rescheduling with me, like, 14 times. Like, we booked it on the calendar, they did the block off. Then she's like, I'm sorry, I can't make it. Then, sorry, I can't make it. Sorry, I can't make it. Finally, I was just like, you know what? Don't write anything down until you are 100% sure that you're going to do this. Because, I mean, even if I don't have a client after you, like, sometimes, like, it's unrealistic timeframes, right? Like,
Right.
I once had a client that they needed to do this at 7 a.m. It was an hour and 20 minutes away. I got up at whatever time, 4 in the morning, to get prepped. I drove all the way
A lot
out
of
there.
preparation.
Oh, yeah.
I would have got up at
And
like
girl.
5:40.
You know, I got dogs. They gotta
Yeah.
I gotta poop. I gotta poop. You know, we gotta
Everybody poops.
everybody poops.
We all shit.
But I literally got to this photo shoot and no one was there. And I'm like, okay, maybe it's late. It's 7 in the morning. Maybe. No, they did not show up. Completely forgot about it. Even though I wrote them the day before confirming this session. Well, one of the employees wasn't going to make it, so we just decided we were going to cancel it. But you didn't call me.
Yeah.
You knew I was an hour and a half away. And honestly, I'm like, you've got to be kidding me. So that definitely comes into, we'll talk in the vent box about charging people for that. And I'm sorry, but if you think you're someone that could get away with that and not be charged a fee, like, you're crazy. You're crazy, and I don't care. That's something the customer is not right on. It's not right.
No, you're right. And a lot of companies, especially for us too, we have restocking fees for materials. And it's hard for estimates. We do free estimates. It's if you don't, then you are a piece of shit. Nobody wants to work with you.
Yeah.
But I almost want to charge sometimes and be like, if you go with us, we will take that off of the cost. But nobody wants to pay $100 for me to come out. And again, they don't realize.
Yeah.
For me to do an estimate, it could take me 14 to 18 hours, depending on what it is. So it's a lot of time invested in that as well. So
Yeah. And so just think about that. If you're listening and you're one of the clients that's having somebody like a construction person come in your home, just remember that, like, they are on a tight schedule. They probably have other clients. And again, like, if you cancel, you're moved to the back of the line, and then all of the inventory that they just purchased is sitting somewhere, right? It's not just going to be able, and I don't know, Robert, he runs a small business, so where are you truly putting this, right? Like, where are you putting this inventory? And if you've got other jobs that you're picking up, like, now you're going to have to pay for a storage unit. So, all right, so the myths of this topic. It's no big deal to reschedule. Well, in reality, when you book time, you're not just reserving a spot, you're reserving resources. The time could have gone to another paying client. And now it can't because you told us you wanted us there.
Right.
You know?
A lot of, with what we do, a lot like we have studio space that we rent, and you come in, and don't understand the cleaning,
Yes.
the prep, making sure everything's right. Right, you're the same way. Do I have the back? Especially if you're shooting on scene, like
Yeah.
you drove
Right,
an
you
hour
gotta
and a
find the
half,
right angle and
Showing up early for that to just make sure that everything's good.
But then there are people who understand that, still don't care. But
Yes.
for what we all do, it takes a lot of energy because we're not just going to show up and be blah.
Yeah.
right.
You guys have outstanding personalities, and when you do it, you're like, I'm going to give you everything I got.
Yes.
And
Isn't a lot, but
Right.
because I'm Irish.
but at the end of it, and it goes well, you're exhausted, and then you got an hour and a half drive back. But so you're ramping up for the entire hour and a half drive, or you're ramping up because at 8:00 on my calendar you said you'd be here at 10, and so
Yeah.
I'm starting to get in this zone, quote unquote
Right.
zone, as a business owner because I want it to be right.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
And then at 9:30 they go, yeah, not coming.
Yeah.
And you're like,
for me, it's not just some of my clients want specific flooring, different backdrops, props, all of that. So now not only is my time invested in going around and shopping for those items if you don't have them, setting up a whole scene and then you don't show up and I have another shoot, now I have to take that whole scene down and then re-put it back up.
Right.
It's even like when I have some of my clients who, like I do this a lot with larger clients of mine that have multiple individuals within their business
Right.
that all want headshots. I had to go back 4 times to a client because the first 3 times nobody was showing up for these, and I'm like, you guys, like, I'm not giving you your money back. I'm really sorry, and I'm charging you a whole new fee because I just set everything up and no one's here. But the other reality too is, as a photographer, sometimes the lighting isn't consistent, right? Like if I'm shooting 5 people this way, it's probably not going to be the same for the next 5 because it's not the same day, and I probably have to take my equipment down. I have to move things, and so
Yeah.
having people come back multiple times is also another problem. And it's maybe not rescheduling, and I know that you're trying to be nice by being like, well, 2 people are here today. Well, if there's 40 people that I need to do headshots for and only 2 are here, I'm sorry, I would have rather not done any of them and
Right.
come back, because at that point, that's a waste of my time. 30 minutes setup, 30-minute takedown for 2 people.
It takes longer than the whole shoot did.
It did, exactly.
Yeah, it
Yeah. So that is a complete myth, so don't ever think that. Myth number 2, policies are flexible depending on the reason. I know that there's a lot of you small business owners out there that are listening to this that probably are like, I don't want to lose a client, I want the money.
Fuck 'em.
Seriously.
Like, sorry, it's,
Yeah. So I've been talking with a small business owner who's local that's starting up her own business or their business, I should say, not her. And she's dealing with someone who wants, like, the contract changed, wants all of these bend over backwards, otherwise she's not going to sign it. And it's like the opening date is coming, right? Like, you guys don't realize that policies are not flexible. Like, we as business owners take the time to think about what our charging fees are, what our restocking fees are, what are all of those. Like, we don't just pull those out of thin air. Like, I don't want to eat the costs. It's not my problem that you did this.
and by the way, we've priced it so that we're not getting rich, but we're attractive.
Yes.
right,
Thank you.
right,
So you think I'm making $1
1000%.
million?
Yeah.
I'm not, which is why I'm doing these podcasts to hope to make $1 million, maybe. But
Send your money to 216.
216 and a half.
but the problem is that, like, I'm sorry, but I just spent all this money on these
Yeah.
props, and now you're not showing up, or you're come back and you're like, oh, well, can we just reschedule, like, maybe a year from now when I'm feeling a little thinner, or like I feel better about myself and my body? No.
Well,
Yes,
you're
but
gonna
you'll
get
pay for
fatter.
that too.
Exactly. No,
Before and
yeah.
after pictures.
I mean, I'm sure you've dealt with this. Like, how many people have tried to ask for a full refund because,
Right.
but it's like,
Or, go ahead, sorry.
no, go ahead. Yeah.
The best is I found a handyman that can do this or this, and to me it's I always give the same answer, like, oh my god, that cheap, give me his number. I'm going to hire him to do all my jobs from now on.
Yeah.
But
And we've talked about this
yeah.
on the podcast. I mean, cheap isn't always better sometimes.
No.
And obviously, we set our prices not to be rich. We've talked about this as well. Like
We have to make money, right?
We
We're
have-
not doing this just because we want to be nice to
Yeah.
everybody in the world, which
Think-
we do, but
break down a list of how much things cost, and it's insane just to run a small business. And like, I don't know if any of you guys have been paying attention to the world, especially what's going on in McHenry County. There are a lot of small businesses that are closing their doors, and some for reasons that they probably could have fixed themselves, and others for economy reasons, and without getting into that whole piece. But there's a reason we set our prices the way we do, and which is why if you're going to dick us around with don't value our schedules, don't expect me to value yours back, right? Like, then you know what? I'm not going to give you the fluffy package of my best ever if you're just going to keep dicking me around and not coming back.
Right.
Like,
Now, we here use the Calendly,
yeah.
right? Which gives people a huge out. We have it set up where it's like you agree, you pick the date and
Yep.
the time.
You were doing this.
You
Mark.
all.
You.
We get the alert, say, hey, Tuesday at 5, here we go. We're like, all right, Tuesday at 5. And then, on Monday, it's like, hey, don't forget tomorrow, Tuesday at 5.
Yeah.
And every one it says, if you can't make it, let us know now and hit the reschedule button.
Yeah.
Several times, it's half hour before.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they go, oh, I should go in there,
Yeah.
Now listen, we are not dicks here either, right?
No.
I mean,
None of us want to be.
if your kid's in an accident, if there's if there's shit happens,
Right.
you get the flu, we don't want you in here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
There's stuff that happens that
Allergies.
we're not going to be like, oh, you're a jerk, right? But we've seriously talked about, okay, we got to put a cancellation fee in here, and we'll decide whether we accept it or we don't. Because if it's life threatening or it's a one-off,
I just don't look cute today. Oh, I don't like how my hair
Yeah.
turned out. Like, those are not valid
good.
reasons
No.
Right.
to cancel
Right.
something.
Explosive diarrhea works.
Right? Like,
I won't
maybe.
question that.
no. But
mental
it's-
note, remember that one.
That's always, it's kind of like the dog ate your homework thing.
Right.
It worked for a little while. Now it doesn't work. You got to start thinking out of the box, right? Like,
Right.
you can't just say, I have COVID. That doesn't work anymore.
Right.
It's, you got to think way more deep
Right.
into, like, what's a valid reason why. I actually feel like the one business that I feel like probably sees it the worst out of all is, and maybe not all of them, but like, going to restaurants. How many of you have made a reservation at a restaurant and then just not shown up? Like,
I never have.
Never.
no? Oh, okay, all right, maybe then I'm
You're a
wrong in
piece
this,
of
but-
shit.
No, I don't do that. I'm saying I'm not. But I feel like the industry, like, I know that seems, or, okay, like, massage therapy or, facials, things like that, things like that are, like, you have
I'm not
all this stuff
canceling.
that you have to prep, or like even like, I don't know, bigger, like a surgery.
Well, there's
Do you
been-
just cancel a surgery? And
There's
just
been
not
times
go?
where I didn't make a reservation. I'm like, yeah, put my name down. I got 6 people, whatever. And then they're like, okay, it's going to be 45 minutes. We go sit down and we're like, let's get the hell out of here. And we just get up and bounce.
Right, and there's enough people waiting, they're going to call the next person anyway.
Yeah, but, then
right.
but it's different if you're hosting a party,
Right.
And you're like, hey, I'm gonna have 50 people here. Blah blah blah. Now they're calling in a other server, and then
Yeah.
no one shows up.
Right.
Like, now you're about to pay another server for a night
We
that
decided
has
to have a picnic.
that has 4 people. So there's a
Right.
lot more
so
industries
much,
that
yeah.
deal with this. So like when you're doing things, just thinking about yourself canceling, right? Like,
And like you said, there's so many. I ran restaurants for years. The preparation, you don't realize they
Yeah.
will bring in extra ice. They, like you said, employees pull extra food out that then has
Well,
to
and
be
then
sold.
they declined 7 other people who wanted that room.
Or so yeah, and there's more money wasted
know?
let's
there.
talk weddings. How many of you have had a wedding recently, or in general, that you had an RSVP of 150 people showed up and you just paid for all those food plates? Like, I mean,
$300 a plate.
it's
$500 a plate.
the fact that you
I
don't
think-
go, send somebody in your place, man, right? Like, put a shirt on that says, I am this person. Like, they just paid for
Joe
this.
I'm Joe Turner. Fuck you.
But seriously, like, thinking about that, there's so much more that goes into people who just are like, oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I gotta reschedule. Oh, I can't go. I can't make it anymore. Like, I'm sorry, but if we're still doing this on a whim, like, come on now, people. Like, just let's think about it.
Just brutal.
Myth number 3, a refund is automatic if the service didn't happen. You owe me my money back. I'm sorry, I want my security deposit. I want my my retainer fee back because, well, and then I'll repay it to you when you come. No. No.
That money solidified that time that
Yep.
you putting the props, whatever industry that time that was put into it.
I'll use it towards your next session.
I won't charge you again to hold this spot.
To do this spot. But
Yeah.
if you do it more than 2 times, I'm sorry, but I'm going to charge you another $50 fee because time is money, right? Like everything takes between 30 to an hour right now. And as a small business owner, if you're not making $50 to $75 to $100 an hour or maybe more, like I'm sorry, we all should be because that's what life costs nowadays.
Bro, I mean, I show up 15 minutes early. I get such anxiety if I've got something.
Same.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I show up 15 minutes early to a doctor's appointment that I don't want to sit there for an hour.
But if you're not,
Yeah.
I grew up that way. If you're not 15 minutes early,
Right.
you're late.
Yeah.
I mean, that was any job that I had when I was in high school, even into my early 20s. If I was scheduled at 3:45 is when you're expected to be there. And that was, before
Yeah.
cell phones, before,
Right.
sitting around fiddle fucking. But you just, sorry.
I told Robert he wasn't allowed to say the F-bomb on my podcast, and I think
It's like
number
3.
7.
But I don't do odd
Sorry,
numbers.
we're going to bleep it anyway, so go ahead.
So I got to do at least one more to get to an even number.
Okay, all right. You do, actually.
But I've always been that way too. Like
Yeah.
if I have an appointment, even today, Kelsey's like, I'm like, let's just ride together. I'm like, should I be at the chamber at 5? She said 4:45. I got there at 4:30.
Yeah.
Like, and we were.
Oh, dude, and I throw in, it depends where it's at. Like, Monday morning I had to be in Oak Park.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I got to leave at this time because on the off chance it's going to take 2 hours.
Totally.
Right.
Traffic accident, traffic backup.
But,
Whatever.
But that goes back to you appreciate other people's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
And that's the thing is, I feel like, I'm sorry to say it, but if you're one of these people that's a frequent flyer with this, you do not appreciate other people's time. You care about your own. And that is where, I'm sorry, client is not always right, that you guys need to start thinking about other people because it's so true that there is just so much preparation that goes into things that it's not just a wake up and be there. It's talking to the crew before you leave to make sure everybody's on the same page about what the job is going to be done today.
Like for me, it's a work order. Those
Yeah.
could take me an hour in the morning,
Right.
in the evening before, whenever.
Yeah. I had a really good example, and then I lost
I'm sorry.
it. That's okay. Just looking into your beauty, I lost it. Really.
Oh, pinner panner. Keep your hands on the table. It's mine. Her down.
Yeah, right. Okay,
But-
so, go ahead. Yeah.
No, I was just getting back to the whole customer's always right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, that is just every company who adopted that mindset has gone under.
Yeah.
Because it's not, I mean, Woolworth started it in like the 70s.
And honestly, like, how many times as small business owners, please leave a comment, drop a heart, a like, one of the mad emojis, because honestly, like, it is so frustrating. And like, we have to just put a smile on and we're like, oh, I understand it's, and then in your head, you're like, oh, and then it just, like you said, you took so much time to prep your day and how you were going to handle like the day and what you're doing. But now your mind is so focused on the fact that they just didn't show up, that they're going to reschedule. And sometimes I'm almost like, I don't even want you to reschedule. Like, I'd actually rather not have your money now
It's the
because
truth.
you didn't value my time in that sense that, like, you didn't really care, right? Like, but think about that. When you build a product or you sell a service or something like that and someone says something that just is like, you didn't even care, you didn't even respect, it's the same exact thing with rescheduling. It's a disrespect in so many ways that, I'm sorry, I don't care how many myths you try to throw at me, none of them will justify a reschedule unless you have diarrhea, explosive diarrhea.
Or you lose a limb. And next time I see you, you better not have that
a-
fucking arm
Yes.
still.
And, and if you're gonna lie about it, make sure you keep that lie consistent because I know too many people that I'm
Yeah.
like, I know everybody. I'm gonna call someone else and see if they heard from them. And then I find out and I'm like, ooh, now I'm gonna double charge them.
Oh, sorry, I've been homesick all week, and then you tag yourself at the Vixen that night.
Yeah. Oh, that's interesting. Or like the
Seen
Vixen.
that.
Well, the Vixen now has this like you can. It's like a selfie station,
Yeah.
and that's where you get tripped up. You're with your girls. You're like, we won't post any pictures, but Vixen posted all the selfie station photos and
Yeah.
shout out to the Vixen since we're talking about
Yeah, Vixen. And 216 that.
Send your money.
them. Yeah.
Send me money.
So the vent box. So it was funny. I made my little notes, and in one of my notes it says, one of the hardest parts of this is how personal it feels.
Oh, it does.
And then she
You
crossed
know?
it off.
And I
And
did
I said,
cross it
no,
off.
fuck that. Keep that shit.
Yes.
There it
Because
is, number 4.
You don't respect
Sorry.
me. Yeah, right. Respect my authority. You know?
Go ahead.
No, to the event box. Yeah, I agree. Like, there was somebody I knew once. I want to say it was probably 2024. They were going to have a birthday party. It was right around,
We'll do birthday parties in
January.
yeah.
January.
Yeah, no, I didn't
his name
cancel
Robert?
mine. No. Remember when you canceled your birthday party? Or was it your Halloween? You canceled a party like the day of
Oh,
that
I didn't
party.
feel good. That
And
was maybe, I think it was my birthday.
It
yeah.
was. You're like, she called me. She's like, I don't know if I want to have people over tonight. And I'm like, dude, you've got like 40 people coming over tonight.
That was the courtyard. We
Yeah.
were going to the courtyard. All right, so I did, see, I'm not perfect. I did it myself. I don't know, I was peopled out. Like, I'm a people person all the time, but I didn't feel good. I really didn't. But then also, too, I was like, dang, I kind of don't want to entertain people. And then I was nervous that no one was going to show up. I'm a birthday person, so like then I was
With-
internally freaking out that I wasn't going to have anybody there and be mad and yeah. And then anyway, but
Anyway, I didn't mean to call you out.
it's okay.
But
That's what we're here
but
for.
that's her. I mean, she did all the work, so it was just like, all right,
No.
you can bounce someplace else. Like, all right, let's go.
Well, remember the story that I said about telling somebody that there's going to be 50 people and then no one shows up? That was me. I'm raising my hand. So I'm sorry to the courthouse for that one. So yeah, but that was me. But
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 to,
even when
to the personal thing, I want to go back to that.
sure.
It is, because when you're a solopreneur or you're a partner, there's just two of you, right? That's your life, man. And
It is.
everything you do, you never turn it off, right? You never turn it off. You're always Kelsey. You're always, and anytime you have a chance to talk about your baby, you talk about your baby. And when they do, I take it personal. I shouldn't, right? But at the same time, I'm like, man.
Think about it as a bad review, honestly,
Yeah.
because if you do this to me and this is what's happening, I'm going to talk about you like, well,
Right.
be careful with them. They love to reschedule. And so at that point, everybody has a job, right? Well, for the most part, if you're a decent human being, you have a job. So
Well, I mean, there are
Right.
people that have lost their leg and they couldn't come to the event that don't have a job anymore. But
but at that point, like, how would you like it if the tables were flipped? And then
Right.
not only that, but like, if you're asking me to try to give you a good review, well, no, you never showed up for our photo shoot. Then you rescheduled 57 times. Like, I'm sorry, I don't even know if I want to use you as a business now.
Right.
When we could have worked, and I'm a great power partner. I love to work with people who support me. But if you're going to be one of those people, I ain't using you. I'm just not going to.
Yeah. Well,
With you
and
100%.
back to what you were saying, it's not just, you try not to take it personally, right? But we all wear that on our minds. There's no way to avoid that. But if it's an early morning appointment, say 8 o'clock, and you have 9 more appointments that day, that fucks everybody.
Everything.
I become an asshole because now, did I do something wrong? Or I'm pissed,
Yeah.
so that way I'm not 150% going into that
Right.
next appointment, and that's again on me, and it sucks, but it's the reality of it. So
the
you
reality
could
of it.
ruin somebody's entire day.
I
And
find
also-
a good donut helps with that.
Yeah. Chocolate cake donut. See,
Donuts help with everything. Let's just go back to that.
But with that too, going overtime, I think that's also another like kind of if you are not, you're not rescheduling and you're coming in there, just to kind of your point, like we have other jobs throughout the day, so
Right.
just be respectful too. Just side throw in is that you should really understand that. I mean, I could chat to a wall all day. I mean, on an average basis, I think I talk about this all the time. Robert and I could probably have a solid 4-hour phone conversation. But then I don't get a lot done. And but think about if we both had things to do and we were overtaking each other's time, then we're not getting anything done, right? And there's more process than just the rescheduling piece. There's
Candy Crush.
Yeah.
Candy Crush back in the day.
Fucking saga.
Yeah, right. But so you cancel, but now, and I'm sorry, I'm going to put you to the end of the line. So now you reschedule, we do your shoot, and then you're like, okay, well, can I get these photos tomorrow? No. You would have gotten them tomorrow if you kept your original. Now, I'm sorry, it's going to add 2 to 4 weeks
Right.
to the schedule because I have other clients now that were.
Why does it take 2 to 4 weeks? All you have to do is just click on the printer and you're done, right?
Yeah, just push a
Yeah.
button and everything's edited. I mean, look at my hair right now; it's like so weird. Some people I have to Photoshop this
Look at
out.
mine.
It's not just being at the place. There's so much more to it. So when you reschedule, you're rescheduling an entire process, an entire event, an entire product, everything as a whole.
And let me tell you about Kent. So you cancel once, I'm a pretty forgiving guy. You do
Yes.
it twice. Now I don't go into flight mode. I go into fight mode. I'm like, come on in. I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's a battle, right?
Yes.
Yes.
It's like I'm gonna be the biggest dick. I'm gonna,
Yeah.
whatever. I'm gonna do my job.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna make you.
But you're gonna know.
Yeah, I'm gonna slide everything underhanded I can at you. Like, well, you know what? Everything was working better on Tuesday. You
On
should've been-
Tuesday.
You know what I mean?
Exactly. Exactly.
It's like the gloves come off.
Yeah.
Because I'm pissed because I did take it personal. Right?
And then you're going to get mad at us for giving you a little bit of attitude. But honestly, I'm sorry, did you not expect that when I literally just woke up at 4 in the morning for a 7 o'clock shoot and you
Right.
didn't show up? Like, what did you expect me to
Right.
do?
Like, oops, I forgot.
Yeah.
I mean, me personally, I'd be like, holy fuck, Kelsey, here's an extra $500. I'm sorry. Thanks for your time. Like,
yeah.
you know,
And I've had it-
something.
and I will say, when we
I mean, I'm cheap, so it would have been like $20, but whatever.
I would have at least
2,500
taken
also.
20, or you could buy me a coffee.
How about
I
a
mean.
nice Abe Lincoln?
Or maybe next time, don't book a shoot with me at 7 a.m. Because,
Right.
like, who wants to be up that early? Nobody. And if you do, I'd love to talk to you because I don't know how you want
I
to be
love
up that
being up that early.
I'd love being up that early,
I'm a
too.
morning guy.
Nah, I used to
Noon
be.
to 3 is my dead time. I'm no good there.
No, yeah. I'm like a no time. No, I'm sorry. I used to be a late person. I used to be a morning person. Now I'm a midday person. I'm a midday person now.
So you
So
wake up at 11?
yeah, on a normal basis, I'm out of bed by not anymore, but I used to.
I couldn't function that way.
Day's half over.
Yeah.
I'm up at 5, bro. It's 7. 7 hours in already.
By 7, I'm already done jogging. All right. That's
Yeah.
bullshit. Yeah.
That was an awkward pause.
But but I think a lot of customers forget that small businesses don't have backup revenue streams, right? So, and I mean, you're lucky if you have multiple jobs or you do other things, but a lot of us small businesses, we volunteer our extra time, or we really look for this money because, and like, not only that, you think that rescheduling, we've planned that money within the week to pay employees or to cover bills for
Vixen.
another job, to cover job expenses that we're like, okay, well, we have this money and now you're asking for a refund because you didn't show up. Well, I'm sorry, I probably already spent that money.
So a lot of ours is like we have a show that's complimentary, right? We don't charge anything for it.
Yeah.
And when they don't have any skin in the game, boy, do those cancellations happen. You know,
Yeah.
we get excited, right? We get excited and we take a look at our calendar. Nico and Drew and I, we're like, man, this is a busy week.
Yeah.
We're going to be up, we're going to be bouncing in and out. It's going to be a fun week. And then they start dropping like flies because it's free.
Yeah.
Right. No.
And
And Robert kind of pointed this out about volunteering, right? Like just because you're not getting anything out of it, I'm sorry, but you are getting something
You
out of
are.
it. And you're telling us that you value our time and that what we're
It's an obligation.
right? And
Regardless.
we're providing something to you for you to do it for free. Like I get that, some people like speakers and stuff, they're always like, oh, well,
Right.
I need to be paid for my knowledge or whatever. But this is giving you an opportunity and then you just don't show up. It's like,
Right.
really? Like, come on,
Right.
and
Come on.
I don't know.
Going back to the money down thing, going to an event on this one, I'm kind of flipping the script a little bit here, but Venetian night last year, for all of our food vendors, it was a percentage of what they sold, nothing up front. Venetian night was on a Saturday. On Thursday, I had 3 food trucks back out because another event that I thought was going to be better popped up.
And I hear that's actually a pretty running thing with food vendors.
Yeah,
like
and
if they get an event that's better, then they just don't. I know that a few local events in McHenry have had the same exact problems too.
And it sucks because what do you do? Like, we want $500 down?
Well,
That's-
not only that, you have the event now states that there's food vendors that don't show up, and now
Right.
you come expecting that food, and it's not there, and then it just makes the person look bad. And there's so much that
No.
goes into rescheduling or just not showing up that it's crazy.
On this one, just to give you an idea, I was calling anybody I could just because we needed, because like you
need
said,
food
well, yeah,
vendors.
we advertised that we were going to have this, and this, whatever it might be. What people don't realize is, you just call another food truck. There's got to be one that's not doing anything this weekend. But they have to get a permit for that
They have
event.
to get a permit.
They have to be licensed for that event. They
Yeah.
have to do all of that. So I was
For
sitting.
people who don't deal with food, you guys
no.
don't even understand the hoops that food vendors, businesses have to, even prepackaged food. I mean, it's
Yeah.
insane. So don't even mess with that.
Same vendors reaching out to me this year.
Yeah.
I see that you guys are going live with the event. We'd like to be a part of it. And I
Yeah.
got to tell them no.
Yeah.
Like it sucks, but it's like, fuck you. Like
Yeah.
at 9:00 that Friday night, and I had to be at the park at 6 a.m. 9:00 that Friday night, I was still sitting with one of the directors from Fox Lake trying to figure out how we can get this licensing done when
Yeah.
all the offices are closed until Monday.
Yeah. And it's a Midwest thing. I'm going to point this out. The weather is crazy every single day here. If you are not from the Midwest, it could be snowing one minute, it could be sunny the next, it could be 20 degrees, and then it could be 60 degrees. It's just how it goes. My clients will call me, well, it's snowing right now. Should we cancel? And I'm like, absolutely not. If within an hour, if it is bad, I will cancel. But if not, we're going through with the shoot because knowing the weather, it will change and we will be fine. People get so scared when the weatherman says, "Oh, it's going to be a tornado." Wait until the tornado hits first,
Hey,
please.
that's where you go out and sit on the porch.
Yes.
Exactly. Crack a beer.
Friday, I had a client who this is the third time she's rebooked with me, and she was like, "It's snowing. It's gloomy." In photography, gloomy is not bad. We like a little bit of gloom because then the colors are fine. But I'm like, and the snow, it was pretty. Like, it was a senior photo shoot.
Right.
Like, I'm cool with that. Like, it'll add. You wanted a winter photo shoot. This is
Right.
what you get with
This is
winter.
what you get.
And they canceled. We had the most beautiful sunset under the moon. Even with the days that it rains, there's always a rainbow at the end of the rain, right? We always say that. And so just thinking about that, like, you might think it's a problem, but it might not to be for us, right? Like,
Right.
you can't get your kids on the bus or you can't do this or that. I'm sorry, but ultimately, that's not going to affect my job. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
You take care of
Right.
the kid.
Amen.
And you do that. Sometimes if you don't trust the business coming into your house to do the job and be there by themselves for a little bit, why are you hiring them, right? Because ultimately, if you've got to run out and you're too worried to leave them alone and that's why you're canceling, I mean, have faith in the people you're spending your money with, right?
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Anyway.
We're best friends. You don't even let me in your house when you're not there.
I thought the courts wouldn't let you.
Yeah, that's something to say.
Tomato, tomatoes, 6, 7.
You're too old to be saying 6, 7, Robert.
I'm
Oh,
32.
my
Shut
God.
the fuck up. Just ask anybody around me that doesn't know my real age.
So this is where boundaries matter, right? Cancellation policies are not rude. They're respectful to a business, to a team. Charging a rescheduling fee. If you're going to bat an eye, it's not greedy. Holding firm doesn't mean that you're a bad person. And protecting your time doesn't make you unkind. It makes you sustainable, right? Like, ultimately, we're trying to make a business here. And if you're going to be one of those people, fully expect what you're going to get. And here's the truth. A lot of business owners have to learn the hard way, right? Like, we're going to come back into the comeback section here. These situations do help us change and pivot for the future, right? And it helps us not fall into this same path again, right? It's one bad apple ruins it for everybody.
So as a small business owner, here's what we have found is you put that cancellation fee on there, and if anybody balks at it, you're almost damn near sure that they're going to be the ones
Yes.
that cancel.
Cancel. Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So the good way to say it is like, hey, let's just show up and you don't get charged this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
My
simple.
policy literally
Simple.
states you can reschedule, but I am not giving you a refund.
Yep.
And you can think I'm a bad person for that all you want. I'm sorry. I did a lot of building a contract, writing a invoice,
Right.
researching your business, finding out what you want before the shoot. All of those things are time that I'm not even calculating that. I'm sorry, if I'm charging you a $50 retainer, it's well worth it
Yep.
because I've already given you $50 of what I've already done. I'm actually losing money at the shoot because
Losing.
$50 is probably not even a lot to
Right.
cover the costs for things, you know? And so, yeah.
So, do you have a cancellation fee? See, I don't know because I don't pay on time. I'm just kidding.
They
No,
do.
but
And
but that 15% a day is really starting to rack up.
Oh, shit. All right. We'll talk after the show.
yeah, right. Why do you think banks made interest rates?
Hey.
I'm sorry, but yeah, they suck, but they're smart. They
That's
came up
it.
with a solution to a problem.
And you
And
signed that said, okay.
You know what? Just don't be that guy, and you wouldn't have to do
That's
that.
correct.
Respect
Don't be that
time,
guy.
effort in the business. You shouldn't have these problems, right?
Shouldn't.
Yeah.
Back to the cancellation fee. What do you guys think is fair, right? Let's unpack that real fast, because I get a lot of slack from different people. I've tried to make mine as fair as possible. I'm at 12%.
If you're listening, can you comment what type of
Yes.
cancellation fees do you charge for your businesses, or have you experienced being somebody who obviously reschedules and has these cancellation fees that you're paying?
Piece of shit. When I can say
does it
shit,
hurt
right?
you?
Yeah.
We're
I-
$50, right? Yeah, we're $50
Well, which that's
on our
fair.
cancellation fee. Yeah, 50.
I don't charge a cancellation fee, but I will not give you your retainer back. So
Yeah.
you can reschedule, and
Right.
mine's $50. If it's an event, I do 100, but for almost all of my sessions, it's $50.
Okay.
Because events are a little bit more pricey than like a headshot
Yeah.
or
Yeah.
marketing package. of some
We
sort.
found people freak out. You hit the 100. I mean, for what we do, you hit the
Yeah.
100 and they go, but you go 50, they're like, okay. So people, it hurts a little, but it don't hurt enough. You know
Enough,
what
yeah.
I mean?
Yeah.
And if you respect money
Yeah.
and the money that you have, and I do, I don't like to waste my money. So
Right.
I'm sorry, I'm the person that reads a contract. I expect to get the quality that I pay for, and if I'm getting a discount, then you have to educate me on what I'm benefiting from that price.
Yep.
If I'm getting something better, so then I don't complain about certain things that I'm actually getting a good price on. Because I could go into stories about a few people I know that this happened to them, and then they're all mad because they're like, well, I paid this money. It's like, well, you definitely got a very big discount, so
Yeah.
maybe you should calm down just a little. But
Right.
I think that's a big thing. Definitely is.
Yeah.
You know, what do you guys charge? Do you have one yet?
Yeah. So industry standard is 25 to 40%
Okay.
of the contract
For
price.
for construction.
Correct. So $100,000 job, you could pay $40,000. I don't think that's fair, and that's why I wanted to kind of unpack this a little.
That's kind of like though saying that everybody deserves to pay a service-based industry 25%. I'm sorry, if I'm getting my nails repeat done, maybe I'll probably get some flack on this, but like 25% every 3 weeks, that's a lot of money. Like,
Yeah.
you know, so I mean, it's also hard in certain senses, like the jobs are probably always different. And like, I know that when people deliver food to you, like a business delivers food, the delivery fee, do you give 25% of a $500 food delivery that's expensive. And most people just go back to like 20 to 30 to $40, you know? So, I mean,
Well, and it's tough from both ends, right? When I used to bartend, I made $2.13 an hour.
Yeah.
Which seems shitty, right? But I was making $80 to $90 an hour.
Yeah, but
in tips.
that was when they had wooden sidewalks.
I was gonna say, right? That was when there were horse-drawn
You're older than
carriages.
me.
I'm pretty sure, right? Wasn't it like you had like a rope? No, I don't even think there were phones.
Yeah. They had somebody over there.
She,
Send.
I'm surprised she
carrier
gets
pigeon.
that. Yeah.
Carrier pigeon, yeah.
But I'm at 12% to answer your question
Okay.
of the total contracted price, because I want to be fair. I don't want to do.
Well,
the
that's fair.
industry
I mean,
standard.
because you're getting lumber. I mean, there's a lot of things that
Yeah.
you got to
Well, and
show
that's
up with.
not including materials. That's
wow.
just, once we get into the permitting process.
Yeah.
And if people think that certain materials are universal, they're not, because especially if you're a client that wants high end and you cancel, there's chances are that it's going to take a couple more clients for someone to find that they might want the same thing, right?
Right.
I do
Or never.
Well, yeah, when I used to do baby photos or first birthdays, I swear to God, I never had a first birthday photo shoot that was ever the same. Everybody wanted their own. And so it's hard to reuse those materials, and now you have to pay a fee to the businesses you just bought it from to restock it back.
Right. So why should I?
Have to
Why
cover
should
that
I
cost.
do that?
Right.
But if you want to hire them, just know that they're only 12%, which is great. So if you're somebody
Right.
that actually reads your contracts, thinking about the businesses that you work with, if that's a you thing where you're going to just be that guy that's going to have to reschedule or, do the things that you do, reading your contracts and finding the people that are going to fit your budget are probably a smart thing for you to
Yeah,
look into,
very smart.
honestly. Well, thank you guys for listening in. I'm sure we could probably unpack a lot more to this topic and many other ones that we talk about here on bottom of the suggestion box. Huge thank you to Robert with No Limit Construction for being here
We're
today.
doing those clapping background things going on.
We will tag and share your business handle so people can follow you, since you're a fairly newish business. And so, but you've been doing this for many, many years, so your experience isn't new.
Right. At
yes.
32, I've been doing this a lot of my adult life.
56, you've got a lot of experience behind you. So make sure you follow Robert, follow me, listen to all my podcasts. You can find me on many streaming services.
216 the net. Sorry, you got to
Mainly being 216 the net. But yes, so thank you guys.
216 Creator Studios.
We will, yeah, right? You keep getting it wrong.
Well, 216 Net is our radio.
My bad.
Oh, okay. But yes, so thank you guys for listening in. We'll have another guest next month, and we will talk about more conversations that we hate talking about and the suggestions that we pull from the bottom of the box. And yeah, thanks again.
We got